As with all question papers in mathematical literacy, question 1 is designed to ease you into the question paper. The entire question is made up of level 1 questions only. Now, if you're not familiar with the levels of questions in mathematical literacy, all you need to know is that there are 4 levels, with level 1 being the easiest to answer. Okay, now let's take a look at question 1.1. Question 1.1 states that due to inflation, many South Africans are turning to household brands to help reduce their food budget. The table on Annexure A compares the prices of 10 food items and 6 non-food items at 5 different retailers in 2023. We have to use the information in Table 1 on Annexure A to answer the questions that follow. In question 111, you have to identify the shop with the cheapest white sugar. Since white sugar is a food item, it will be found in this section of the table. From the item column, we see that white sugar is listed here. Comparing the prices of the retailers, we see that the shop that offers the cheapest white sugar is Food Lovers. In question 112, you have to define the term inflation. Inflation can be defined as the increase in the cost of goods over a period of time. In question 113, you have to arrange the frozen mixed vegetable prices of all the various retailers in ascending order. Now, ascending order means we have to arrange the data from the smallest value to the largest value. The mixed frozen vegetables for each retailer is listed here. Arranging these prices in ascending order will look like this. In question 114, you have to show how the basket total of R812.84 for Woolworths was calculated. The basket total of R812.84 is listed here. The total is the sum of the total food prices and the total non-food prices. Adding these values will give us a total of R812.84. In question 115, you have to calculate the difference in the price of a bottle of chutney at Food Lovers Market and Spar. Now from table 1 in Annexure A, we see that the prices of a bottle of chutney at Food Lovers Market and Spar are R47.99 and R28.99. So the difference in price for these two stores will be R47.99 minus R28.99, and this equals R19. In question 116, you have to write down the name of the food item that has the same price at 5 of the shops. Analyzing the prices for the food items in table 1, we see that the food item that has the same price at 5 of the shops is cabbage. In question 1.2, you are given a comparison of the 2022 and 2023 basket total listed in table 2. We have to use table 2 to answer the questions that follow. In question 121, you have to classify the data in table 2 as numerical or categorical data. Now, numerical data is data that can be counted or measured, like the number of items sold on a particular day or the prices of the items in a store, while categorical data is data that can be separated into groups, like the types of products sold in a store. For example, electronics, clothing, groceries, furniture, and toys. In table 2, we are given a list of prices which are measurable. So we can classify this data as numerical data. In question 122, you have to write down the median for the 2022 basket total prices. The median of a dataset is the middle value that separates the higher half from the lower half of the dataset when it is arranged in ascending or descending order. Now, to find the median for the 2022 basket total prices, we first have to arrange these prices in ascending or descending order. By observation, we see that the data was already arranged in descending order, and we can see now that the middle value that separates the higher half from the lower half is 584 Rand 74 cents. This is then the median for this list of prices. In question 123, you have to write down the modal basket price for 2023. The modal basket price in 2023 refers to the price in 2023 that appears the most times in that list of prices. By inspection, we see that the price that appears the most times in that list is 650 Rand 84 cents. In question 124, you have to identify the third highest percentage difference. From the column that lists the percentage differences, we see that the third highest percentage difference is 15.42%. In question 125, you have to write the percentage difference for SPAR as a common fraction. Table 1 lists the percentage difference of SPAR as 24%. This value as a common fraction will be 24 over 100. In question 1.3, it is stated that Gary is looking to start his own business and comes across the following advert for commercial property with a monthly rental fee of 20,000 Rand. You have to use the information in the advert to answer the questions that follow. In question 131, it is stated that when the monthly rent is not paid on time, a penalty fee is charged. You have to write down the percentage of this penalty. In the advertisement, the penalty fee as a percentage is listed as 4.25%. In question 132, you have to write down the number of open parking spaces to the number of undercover parking spaces as a ratio. In the advertisement, the number of open parking spaces is listed as 2 and the number of undercover parking spaces is listed as 3. Since the number of open parking spaces is mentioned first, then the number of undercover parking spaces, we have to write the number of open parking spaces first, followed by the number of undercover parking spaces. As a ratio, this is written as 2 to 3. In question 133, you have to identify 2 other additional costs that are not included in the rent. Additional costs that are not included in the rent are water, electricity, refuse, security fee, and parking. Any 2 of these costs are acceptable answers. In question 134, you have to calculate the annual rent that Gary will pay. The advertisement lists the monthly rent as 20,000 Rand. The annual rent is calculated by multiplying the monthly rent by the 12 months of the year. This will give us an annual rent of 240,000 Rand. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and if you found this video helpful, please like and share to help others like you, and you can subscribe to get notified of more videos like this. If you want to learn more, you can check out this video next.